Hello, welcome to another episode of Wisdom House with Nikki. Today I'm going to be talking about the eyes of pain. And this is going to be under the Wisdom for Marriage series. At this point, I have a number of videos on, in the Wisdom for Marriage playlist. So you could go there and check it out. You're going to learn a thing or two. I want to take a moment and thank everyone that has subscribed to my channel, that has liked my videos and commented on my videos. I see a lot of people commenting, rooting for me in those videos. I want to say thank you. I appreciate that. You appreciate the content I'm providing. Share that with your friends, share with your family, and they may get to learn a thing or two as well. I also want to thank everyone that has bought my book, Marriage Alive, Finding Joy, Fulfillment, and Purpose in Your Marriage, written by yours truly, Adenike Karim. Thank you so much. This book, some of the things I've been teaching under the Wisdom for Marriage series, some of them are snippets from this book. So you can imagine if you get a copy for yourself and really, get immersed in the content of this book. It's going to really enrich your marriage. So go get a copy for your friend, and you can get this book on Amazon worldwide, anywhere where you can access and buy something on Amazon, in the US, in the UK, in Canada, in Australia, anywhere that you can purchase something on Amazon, you can get Marriage Alive, Finding Joy, Fulfillment, and Purpose in Your Marriage by Adenike Karim. So let's get to the business of the day. The eyes of pain. So when I say the eyes of pain, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the perspective through which we view life, the lens through which we are observing our experiences in life. And this video is really to help couples deal with difficult emotions within their marriage. I want to start by saying, when you have an experience in life, you do not just only have a memory of that experience, you also have a memory of the emotion of that experience. If you, especially when that experience was very intense. Let's say, for example, when you were younger, somebody bullied you. Somebody was unkind to you. They were unfair to you. In that instance, when they were being mean to you, you felt bullied. You had a feeling of anxiety, a feeling of confusion when someone approached you and were being unkind to you. That memory stays with you, so that in the future, when you experience a similar scenario, maybe you felt someone was not being nice to you, the memory of how you felt in that time and space when you were younger, when someone was being unkind, bullying you, that memory comes to that moment, and you could be responding to what had happened in the past, instead of rather than responding to what is right in front of you. So the eyes of pain is teaching us to really examine what is in front of us, making sure we're not responding to something in our past as opposed to what is right in front of us. And I'm going to give an example to drive this home. Let us say your spouse comes home and says, "Hey, sweetheart, there's a new lady on our team. She's very smart." And when he tells you that, you say, "Oh, okay, there's a new person. Oh, smart. Okay." And you walk away from that conversation. But suddenly, after you've walked away, you begin to experience a kind of unease within you. You're feeling uneasy. You can't tell why you're feeling uneasy. What I'm going to explain to you, the things you should do. Number one, you should take a pause. When you're suddenly feeling uneasy, take a pause. And number two, ask why. Why am I feeling this? Why am I feeling uneasy? And we're asking why so that we can identify the emotion that we are feeling in that moment. I'm feeling uneasy, but what is this unease I'm feeling? Am I feeling irritated? Am I feeling sad? Am I feeling unimportant? Am I feeling jealous, for example? Once you have identified these emotions, the next thing you ask yourself, but why am I feeling this way? This person is a stranger. I've never met them. Why am I feeling uneasy? Because my husband said there's a new girl on the team and she's smart. Like, Why would I feel somehow about a stranger that I've never known or met? In that moment, we have to examine the lens through which we are viewing the situation. Are we looking through the eyes of pain, or are we truly looking at the situation in front of us? And looking through the eyes of pain would mean maybe in the past, you had an ex who cheated on you, who lied to you. They told you someone was their cousin, and you eventually found out they were not really their cousin, but they were someone that they were cheating with on you. But in this moment, your husband is saying, "Oh, there's a new girl on the team," and you suddenly feel that way. When you examine and ask why, you may begin to understand, wow, maybe I'm feeling this way because of my past. And you tell yourself, in this moment, I'm in a loving relationship. There is no reason why I should feel uncomfortable about a stranger that I never met. I and my husband, we've built a trust in our relationship. There is no reason. I'm in a trust. I'm in a comfortable and a loving relationship. I should not be bringing my past into this. Okay, so when you have a situation that calls for an emotion, that brings up a strong emotion in you, you need to take a pause and examine, investigate to understand if you are looking through the eyes of pain. And if you find that, oh, I'm in a loving relationship, I should not be thinking this way, then you change the lens. You change your lens, you make a choice. I'm in a loving relationship. I don't need to feel some sort of way because there's a new girl on the team that is smart, okay? We could take another example. You're a man, your husband, your wife says, "Hey, should I please take out the trash?" And suddenly you begin to feel, you notice that within you are feeling edgy. It's a simple request, but you notice you are feeling edgy. You notice you are feeling irritated by that request. Now, you have to take a pause and again ask why. Why am I feeling this way? Well, it's a simple request. Why am I feeling this way? Then you investigate. Could I be feeling this way because I'm looking through the eyes of pain? I'm remembering a time in my past, maybe when you were 12 years old. Your mom told you, clean your room, do this, do that. And at that time, you felt nagged. And in this moment, when your wife says, "Hey, sweetheart, take out the trash," you are remembering, you are recalling the emotion of that past time and feeling irritated and feeling nagged. Once you're able to identify that I'm looking through the eyes of pain, what do? You change, you make a choice to change your perspective. You tell yourself, wait a minute, I'm in a loving relationship. What me and my wife do, we work together to take care of the house. Her asking me to do something is what we do. This is how we care for each other. In that moment, you have made that choice. You have investigated your emotions. You have determined that, no, I'm looking through the eyes of pain. And you have made the choice to rather set away the eyes of pain and rather look through the current lens, which is that you are in a loving trust relationship. So I know that is a lot of work, right? But I said this year we're going to be doing the work. So I want to encourage you, look and examine the emotion into the emotions that you are feeling, especially when your emotions are high. Don't act on it in the moment. Investigate it. Try those emotions, investigate them to really know where you're coming from. And determine, no, you're not going to look through the eyes of people, rather you will embrace the positivity, the joy, and the love in your marriage. Thank you.